have them.
What's up, brother? Special teams, special plays, special players. Welcome back to the OMP podcast.
The fuck?
You don't know
I
Sketch?
didn't even know you. I know Sketch. I didn't
Hell
know
yeah.
you knew Sketch.
Oh yeah, bro. He's like totally yeah. He's who I wish I could find in a boyfriend. Not even gonna lie. And he's 25, so I can say that.
Way. I don't think he swings that way though.
He does not. But no, that's the type of humor I find fucking hilarious. So yeah,
That's amazing.
If any men out there have that sense of humor, hit me up.
Literally all of them, but they don't have that personality.
Yeah, that personality is to die for. I wish I had it. Okay, come on. Anyway, back into the nitty gritty. This is our first This is our podcast post draft and before Backlash.
And who won the draft?
You did. I gotta give it to you. I did not see that coming, but you did it. You won with a total of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 20. You won with 20 correct guesses for who's going to be in what team.
Damn.
That's insane.
It's like the whole fucking roster.
I got 10. You doubled my score. Now,
I had Raw, didn't I?
Yeah, you had Raw, I had SmackDown. Now, there are some things that I did not expect. So, I gotta say, like, that started out changing everything. For the first, we'll get, you want to start with the draft, or you want to start with everything else?
Sure.
Okay.
Start with the draft.
Alright, draft results. Now, for those that don't know, the draft is very big for SmackDown. Usually it's not nearly as insane as it was this time around, but under the new CCO, I'm starting to think that the beginning of the year for WWE is going to be hell on us.
Yeah.
Starting off, Roman Reigns wasn't in the draft. And I thought that was crazy. I really did. But as it turns out, Roman Reigns is taking to WWE like all the other big ones. And he is he's going to Hollywood. He was already in, I believe he was in Hobbs and Shaw. I believe Dwayne got him a spot there. But he is recording a new movie where he is in it. And so he was pulled from the draft, and that is in turn making it very, very clear, not only where his loyalties lie, which is with the bag, but it is making it very clear who the new tribal chief is. And from the way things are going, it's looking like Solo Sikoa is his actual heir to the throne. And
I mean, he said he was going to be.
Yeah, he did. But I thought, in my heart of hearts, that it'd be one of the Usos. I was wrong. Well, I guess I'm not wrong, because Solo is an Uso, but anyway. Yeah. Next thing that happened after that was the official contract signing for Backlash, which is this weekend. It's tomorrow. And wow, we are like right in the middle of things right now. Post draft, before Backlash, and it's going to be in Lyon, France, which is 81 miles from I believe it's Granelod, France.
Sure.
Andre the Giant's hometown.
Oh yeah, I have no
Which
idea.
this is the they let's see. See, it is. Yeah, I don't. I can't remember. I can't remember. But it's big. It's big that that's happening, and so close to Andre the Giant's hometown, uh, and I don't know if they've ever been that close. I
Probably not.
I couldn't tell you. Couldn't begin to tell you. But one of the things that WWE did with their home base, and I think it's did they set up home base in Virginia, or was it? It was somewhere in the South, Connecticut. Not even close.
Nope.
They did a 5-story tall painting of Andre the Giant.
Hell
and
yeah.
They showed that during the kickoff, which was today. I watched it too. Not nearly as entertaining as it could have been. But anyway, the next thing that happened during the draft was AJ and Cody did their contract signing, which was relatively peaceful. I gotta say, for those two, it was really peaceful. A lot of people are commenting that there wasn't enough beef for that to be a thing, and
yeah,
I can see it.
AJ just got handed that.
He really did. I'm telling you, it's got to be his walking out. You know, it's got to be. But that happened, and then Cody read off for the first pick of SmackDown, since that's his spot right now, and then Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Triple H, Paul Levesque read off for Raw, and the first overall pick, to my surprise, not really my surprise, kind of my surprise, was Bianca Belair. And that's where I got my first one right, was Bianca Belair. And I thought, this is going to be a cakewalk. I was so excited. Then Jey Uso was picked, second overall. And he went to Raw.
Oh.
Yep. So I got one wrong. Then Seth freaking Rollins was third overall, and you got that one right.
Yep.
You got Seth freaking Rollins, and Carmelo Hayes was fourth.
I got Carmelo wrong.
Yeah, you got that one wrong. I got that one right.
What?
Yeah, I had Carmelo.
I had Carmelo.
Oh, yeah, you had Carmelo. Yeah. But but he made history with that. He was the first NXT pull up, draw up, bring up, whatever. First time that NXT was in the first round.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So shouts out Carmelo for that. And then he made history again by being the dumbest motherfucker ever for having a storyline where he fights Cody Rhodes as soon as he gets in, and loses.
And weird botch spot.
Yeah. He fucked up Cody's shoulder. So they exchanged words. He showed up. They exchanged words. Cody talked to him in the ring, and a lot of people are speculating that he was giving him advice on how to not botch moves, because I think he was probably a little bit, like a baby deer type, energy, because it was literally he like, oh, you're on SmackDown. Oh, by the way, you're fighting the fucking undisputed champ already. Yep. So that happened, and then LWO versus LDF happened, Legado del Fantasma, and wow, was that a big plot twist? They went toe to toe, and then my man Santos Escobar came from the back area, and he said, "Hey, this thing that you've been going on at me about, well, as it turns out, it wasn't me at all, and it wasn't any of my guys. And the thing that they were talking about was Dragon Lee getting hit before WrestleMania,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, as it turned out, it was Carlito all along,
Oh,
and
man,
Carlito is turning heel, uh, which I think is fucking crazy.
that's gonna be dope.
And then, uh, what were you saying?
I was gonna say, what does this have to do with the draft? We were talking about the draft.
Oh yeah. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Uh,
Getting there.
it was a big draft, and I was getting all the excitements. And then Braun Breaker did a squash match. You know, he beat the shit out of Cedric Alexander in less than a minute, as per Braun Breaker, and he's looking a lot like Goldberg now. People are not nearly as happy. They're
Yeah,
thinking,
he doesn't need to be squash matching people.
no, he does not. Uh, yeah, the person I was watching said they're ruining Braun Breaker and that the matches are too fast. Uh,
Yeah,
and I
we want
agree.
to see a dominant force, but we want to see a good match.
Yeah, like, I mean, for real, they're thinking he's going to be an Intercontinental Champ as well. I'm like, not if he's doing this. Not if it's only squash matches.
Yeah,
And you're burying fucking creatives there. You're burying the wrestlers.
yeah.
But and then Bailey watched Tiffany versus Naomi, and all of a sudden, uh, Nia Jax comes in, beats the shit out of Bailey, and ruins the match, and because she also beat the shit out of Tiffany and Naomi, and now it's going to be a triple threat at Backlash. So that's the
Okay.
first triple threat of Backlash, and it's not the only one. uh, and then Michelle McCool and Tori Wilson showed up to announce
Okay.
the next round, and it was SmackDown getting Nia Jax and Randy Orton, and that's where you got
Heck
another
yeah.
one. You got no,
No.
no, because you wanted Randy Orton. You're on Raw. I keep forgetting. I got one.
Did you count these backwards?
I did. Yep. Nia Jax. I got one. That's it. And you didn't get Randy Orton, so I was like, hell yeah, I'm getting ahead. And then Raw got Braun Breaker and Liv Morgan, so you got two.
Did I choose Braun Breaker?
Yes, you did.
Heck yeah.
I think. I think so. Did you?
I don't know. You have the list.
I do have the list. Why am I not looking at the list? Hold on, let me get my list out. Fuck, it's on Discord. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. Hold on. Come on. Load in. Load in. Almost there. There we are. Okay.
Nice.
All right. Yeah. Got it. You did not have Braun Breaker. I did. Okay. We're on track still. We're on track still. Yeah. So you got Braun Breaker, so I didn't get that one, but you did get Liv Morgan. So we were
Yep.
we were 1-1 at this point.
I
Well,
thought it was 2-1.
yeah, 2-1, 2-1. Right. Anyway, and then Kevin Owens fought Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa in backstage, which was pretty big. Cementing their beef for Backlash essentially. And then Kabuki Warriors versus Jade and Bianca happened.
Nice.
Yep. which I didn't really pay attention to. I kind of left for that one. Kevin Owens and Tama Tonga came out during that. They came out into the ring while that beef was going, and they fought while traveling, which I thought was very funny. And then Randy Orton joined in, and they started to beat the shit out of each other still. And then,
Bam.
and then, Bubba Ray and Devon Dudley came in for the next picks. 3D. And they had Bubba Ray selecting SmackDown, and we got L.A. Knight. Yeah. And we got L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
There we go.
Took the yeah from me.
Yeah, well, I was wanting you to say it with me, but you didn't. Raw selected Ricochet. So you got that one. That one was yours. So you got another point there. And then SmackDown selected the Bloodline. And I thought, oh, I'm going to clean house. No. Because it was Tama Tonga, Solo Sikoa, and Paul Heyman. Jey Uso wasn't there, Jimmy Uso wasn't there, and Roman Reigns wasn't there. So I did not clean house.
You got 2.
I got 3. I got Paul Heyman.
Oh, did you draft Paul Heyman?
I drafted Paul Heyman. Because he was on the draft. Someone could take Paul Heyman.
Fair.
Yeah. And then Raw got Sheamus, which was your pick. So you got another point.
Hell yeah.
And then Teddy Long came out.
Teddy Long.
Holla, player!
I'm sad he didn't say The Undertaker when he read the card.
I know. Man, I was so happy for that one. And then JBL came out, which JBL's been working with WWE since, he got in. He has never left. He's still working. But Naomi and Tiffany fought for a chance at Bayley's spot. I already said that. I don't know why I have that written down twice. Nia Jax DQ'd. Final Testament did a promo. I missed most of the promo because my feed shut out. AJ Styles went to SmackDown. So I got that one. Yeah. I got a point there. And Alpha Academy went to Raw. So you got 4 points there. Because you got Chad, you got Otis, you got Akira Tozawa, and you got Maxine Dupree.
Yep.
Yeah. And then SmackDown got Andrade, so I got another point. And then Raw got Kiana James, the next NXT pull. Kiana James, which I was really happy for, and she cried. And HBK, your man with the plan, the sexy boy himself, the Heartbreak Kid, personally congratulated her and gave her a hug.
Nice.
Yeah. And I thought, oh my god.
I wonder if any of the NXT people knew where they were getting drafted to.
I was wondering that myself because a lot of them had both hats.
Yeah.
So maybe they were told they're getting drafted, but they didn't know where.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah. And then they announced the first ever RKO show. And then Cody beat Carmelo, and he hurt his shoulder, but he was looking okay at the kickoff, so I'm hopeful.
He's probably just tweaked a little. I mean, he landed right on it. So
yeah.
Just sore, maybe.
Yeah. I'm hoping that's it. But that was the same shoulder that he had the surgery on, so.
Well, he had surgery on his pec.
Yeah, well, that side.
Yeah.
But, and then they went, that was it for the night. And they did night drafts online. And that's where things started to get a little more heated. Baron Corbin went to SmackDown which I was so fucking hyped for. He's coming back to the main roster. Like, holy shit, he needed that. But he's on the
Yeah.
opposite side of Braun Breaker.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Maybe they're gonna do a wolf dog feud.
Maybe.
Yeah. And then Ashante Adams and Cedric Alexander got picked up as well by SmackDown, uh, and the OC, which I knew they were going to come with. And then Raw picked up Ivar, or I guess is continuing to have Ivar, which people were a little bit pissy. They were saying, "Oh well, you know," which by the way, you got a point for Ivar as well, and then I got a point for Baron Corbin. But people were getting a little pissy. They were like, "Oh well, nobody's really moving around, and we're a little bit, upset about that because I think that people should move around and stuff." I'm like, why would, uh, why would they do that? The whole point is they're essentially playing Battleship, where
Yeah.
they don't want their shit taken, because that's what
Basically.
gets them money on that, show. Otherwise, if everyone got dog shit on SmackDown and everyone got the best shit on Raw, people would only watch Raw.
Yeah.
So they're playing, we're going to
Facts.
take people from the draft, but also we're going to take people from you. So they explained it pretty well. And then Raw also picked up Alba Fire and Isla Dawn from NXT, and which a lot of people are pretty hyped about that. That's a great, that is a great NXT pull. And Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler, which I'm a little jelly. Shayna Baszler is honestly my favorite. Baszler, yeah.
Yep.
Shayna Baszler is honestly my favorite women's, wrestler right now, because she.
Don't tell Rhea Ripley that.
I know, but it's true. Like I watch her TikToks, and they're so fucking funny. And also, she was in MMA, which I didn't know. And she used to promote Warhammer on her fucking MMA stuff, and it's so cool.
That's great.
Yeah, and Liv wants Becky's title. We're on night 2 now. I forgot to say we're on night 2 now. Liv wants Becky's title. She wants to go for the man. And then no, not Ron. Raw took Gunther and Ludwig, but no Vinci. No Vinci. What's his last name? Giovanni.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Giovanni.
Yeah, no Giovanni. Which people are like, huh, that's kind of crazy. What are they going to do with him? I think that he's going to go to SmackDown. At this point, I'm thinking he's going to go to SmackDown and they're going to bury the fuck out of him. And
Probably.
Raw also picked up Damage Control, so you got another 4 points there. Which, at this point, I was looking a little scared. And SmackDown picked up Jade Cargill and Kevin Owens. I'm like, okay. I got Jade Cargill. That wasn't on my list. And I got Kevin Owens. That also not on my list. No, actually it was. I did get Kevin Owens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so I got Kevin Owens. You got I got Kevin Owens because Sami Zayn is on Raw. Right?
Yeah.
And I wanted to see them go at it. So I didn't really get... I got a point, but I didn't get enough to clear me. And then Pat Mahomes showed up to WWE. I'm like, oh shit, that's super cool. I mean, it's in KC, so obviously that's why. But that's super fucking cool. I was so hyped. Second round came up. Raw got CM Punk, so you picked up a point. And they also got Braun Strowman. And
yeah.
I was like, oh shit. That's so cool. And I'm looking at your list, and you didn't have him.
I don't think so.
And I didn't. I had him. I had him.
Yeah, you had him.
Yeah. And I was like, oh shit, I don't get a point. Uh, because that's not where he went. He went to your side. But I was like, oh shit. I was kind of joking saying, Braun Strowman is going to be there because he's injured. But I guess he's good enough to go.
He's doing it.
Yeah. And then SmackDown picked up Bobby Lashley and the whole fucking Pride, which I guess that's their full name. When B is there, B-Fab is there, and Bobby Lashley's there, it's usually, I think it's Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, but it's Bobby Lashley, the Street Profits, B-Fab, so it's the Pride.
Nice.
So that's cool. I got none of those points because that was you. And then SmackDown got Tiffany Stratton, Tiffy time, so I got another point. So I'm like, okay,
Nice.
that's something.
That's something.
Yeah. And then Jey Uso.
My 8 points back to back kind of hurt you.
Uh-huh. Oh, you're counting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm not actually counting.
No, you got 4 points plus 4 well, you got damage control plus you got
Yeah.
Alpha Academy. So, yeah, 4 points, 8 points. Yeah. No.
Yeah, that hurt
right.
you quite a bit.
Yeah. And then we took a brief intermission for Jay and Logan to start beef, and Logan pulled a fucking banger out the woodwork.
Yeah.
He said,
the yeet line.
"Ya yeet, little brother Jay trying to roast me." Throw back to his rap beef with Jake Paul, and I'm like, oh
Correct.
shit. I wonder if this fan base understood. No.
No.
The millennials.
His fan base has changed so much.
Yeah, the old generation that is still buying up all these tickets did not understand what the fuck he was doing. TikTok understood it completely. Yeah. And then Logan had the Judgment Day come out and assist him with beating the fuck out of Jay. And I'm like, oh shit. Is that whole thing that we were talking about of him and Dominic, like, having friendship there, is that real? Is his talks with Rhea real? Is he gonna join Judgment Day? Well, I thought yes. But then he got out of the ring, went over to Pat Mahomes, took his championship rings, went back into the ring. They were holding Jay, not well enough. He ducked the punch, or slipped the punch, as you put, you say, slipped the punch, and then he punched the shit out of JD McDonough.
Good.
And later in the night, JD comes out for another fight, and JD has fucking massive knot on his head. I think it was makeup, if I'm being honest. It looked
Probably.
a little not accurate to where it was. Yeah. And so he gets knocked, and then Braun Strowman comes in and backs up Jay. And
Ooh.
yeah. So there's something there. I think there's something there. And then Braun tries to beef with Pat Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs that he was hanging with for giving Logan the rings. And Jay pulls him back and says, "It's not worth it. Let's go. Let's go."
I love Braun Strowman.
Oh yeah, he's great. And then
It's amazing.
R-Truth does a title match with Alpha Academy
Nice.
for the tag team titles. It was the team of Otis and Akira. So that was
That's
something.
a solid team.
Yeah, it was something.
I love those guys. Yeah.
And they retained, obviously. And then they did a backstage bit with Truth Apparently, he thought that he was in the NFL, and this was the NFL draft. And he was hoping for, I think he said the Colts. Uh, so there's that. And then later on Instagram, he posts that he met with KSI, and it was ISO speed.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's such
So
a troll.
he's
I love
so
it.
fucking funny, and people were he posted a video on TikTok. Uh, he found this video of this cat that was like healing from being like absolutely abandoned, and it was like in recovery, but the cat's neck crooked and its legs were shaven, and they were like we're giving this cat, they said the name back, and he cuts it off. He stitches it right there. He's like, to the pet cemetery. You're giving it back to the pet cemetery, right? And then he dogs the fuck out of this cat for looking the way it did, and he like roasts the shit out of it. And the whole fucking comment section is people saying that he's other people. Like, haha, that was a funny one, Titus O'Neil. Haha, that was really good, Bobby Lashley. Like, all these other black people.
God damn.
And they're like giving it right back to him, and it's great. It's so fucking good. Oh man, I love it. I love his joke that he has now. And so going on with the draft, Sammy, Sammy KO's Chad Gable. What? Sammy? Oh, Sami Zayn knocks out Chad Gable. That was a thing. It was it was a it was an IC title fight.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, where the fuck did I get that? Yeah.
And Sammy
So
won.
it was well, Sammy knocked out Chad Gable in a promo. And then he had an IC title fight with Big Bronson Reed. Sammy did. And Chad attacks Sammy mid-title fight. Picks up the title and starts saying that that's going to be his. And then Big Bronson Reed knocks the fuck out of Chad Gable with a force of which I have only seen in anime. Like, he moves that man. And then he picks it up and he says, no, this is going to be mine. And I was like, yes, the fuck it is. That was cold.
Gonna be Sammy's.
I think that Sammy is going to relinquish to Big Bronson Reed. I think, honestly, that's where it's going. Whenever they decide to stop his reign, that's where it's going.
I think it'll go to Gable.
I don't know. But the next round shows up. Third round of Raw. And oh my God, I messaged you right when I saw him. Ron Simmons comes out to do Raw. And oh man, I was so hyped. So him and JBL are picking third round, and they're going through it. Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, Cruz del Toro, Zelina Vega, and Carlito go to Raw. Which this is after Carlito had turned heel on them, and they're asked later what did they think about Carlito being on the same roster as them after all of that, and they're like, I don't know, man. We'll handle it amongst ourselves. And I'm like, okay, I'm down with this. And
bit mysterious, we like it.
Yeah, and then SmackDown picks Santos Escobar, Angel, and Berto of LDF. So they're off of the same roster now. Usually they're both on SmackDown. Now they're split. So
Okay.
yeah, that's pretty fucking big for that story. And I think people need to pay more attention to it because holy fuck.
There's a lot going on with it.
Oh yeah. They do LDF, and then they SmackDown picks up Shinsuke Nakamura, and I believe I get another point there. No, you
I
do.
believe so.
No, you took
Oh.
Shinsuke, but you didn't get a
Oh.
point on that one. So, fuck you. But yeah, you did get a point for Rey Mysterio though, so you got a point there. But then Raw picks Drew McIntyre, and we get some of the best fucking promo ever off of this. Because for one, he's pissed that he was picked so late, and then two, him and CM Punk start going at it. He's there, on the base floor. He's at the front of the front stage, and up in the bleacher seats, the box seats, CM Punk is standing there in his original shirt, the original white, and his music plays, and he's dogging Drew from all the way up there. And then Drew goes looking for him, and then Ron Simmons says, "Damn!" And so that was awesome.
Punk made its way to the ring.
Drew went looking for him, went up in there, found a signed photo of him, signed a photo of CM Punk, and then CM Punk gets in the ring and says, "How much time do I have? I can do it in that time." I think they said 5 minutes. He did it in like 1. He crisscrossed in the middle of the ring. Everybody went off. Like, he sat down pipe bomb style, and he started dogging Drew hard and really pissing him off.
It's going to be good when CM Punk sits down in the middle of the ring.
Bro, for real. Like, I was damn near screaming. I was loving this shit. And it was so fucking good. And I'm pretty sure I sent you let me check our Snap media. I'm pretty sure I sent you a picture of what he said. Where is it? No, I sent it on Instagram is what I did.
Just say what he said. Or just sum it up.
Well, I sent you it was a picture, and the story's unavailable. Never mind. But he was bullying the shit out of Drew, and if you want, you can go find it. I'm sure that WWE's posted it. But it was insane. It was insane, and again, Carlito. Ray and Dom met face to face, because now they're on the same side, which I'll get to that. Dom is on Raw, but they're on the same side, and they start not same side, but same team, same brand, and Ray sees Dom, and Dom has a mustache now. And he's like, "What's on your face there, Dirty Sanchez?" And I'm like, "What the fuck?" I thought that was like something you can't say. That's genuinely, I thought that was something you couldn't say. Like, I thought that was like an insulting thing to say about Mexican people, but I guess it's fine for them. And they're dogging each other, and Dom calls him like a Oompa Loompa or a Munchkin or something like that, and making fun of his height. And that at one point, I start thinking Carlito is a heel towards Ray. Carlito is on Raw. Dom is on Raw. Carlito, Judgment Day? Maybe?
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 I doubt it, but maybe.
at least like assistance
Yeah.
towards Ray, but I don't know. And then, like I said, CM Punk cooked Drew on the mic. Everybody should go check that one out. And then Teddy Long, holla holla playa, and Andra Blade picked fourth round. And Raw got Finn Balor, JD, Dominic, and NXT pull Ilya Dragunov.
Nice. You picked him for yours.
I did, and so
But he went to Raw.
I missed out. I missed out
Yep.
big. Which I forgot to say, you also got points for Gunther and Ludwig. So
Yeah.
keep in mind those. But you got those as well. SmackDown got Naomi, for which I got a point. And then they got someone that we thought WWE didn't care about anymore. We got Chelsea Green and Piper Niven.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, then.
Like, I didn't know that people gave a fuck about them anymore. I guess they did, though. And then, for the second night in a row, Bubba Ray and Devon picked. 5th round.
Hell yeah.
And they brought a fucking table.
Oh, man.
And they also said, "What's up?" And Devon said, "Testify."
Nice.
And it was fucking awesome. And they even got the whole crowd to shout, "Bring the table!" And it was awesome. And then the picks weren't. SmackDown got Pretty Deadly, which I did not get points for.
I picked them to go to Raw.
SmackDown got Pretty Deadly. And then we also got Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell, which I don't think I picked. Yeah, no, I didn't. Let's see. Candice LeRae, where are you at? Not on my list. Indy Hartwell, also not on my list. So I didn't get points for those. And then Raw got The New Day, minus Big E. And I had New Day.
Yeah.
So I didn't get points for that. And then we got Lyra Valkyria. And I got points for that. No, that was on...
Yeah.
Wait, no, fuck. Lyra was on Raw. Lyra went to Raw. So I did not get points for that. Never mind. But...
Rip.
Yeah, no. Big rip. I was losing bad at this point. And then
Yes, you were.
6th and final round, the final round picks were the Final Testament went to Raw, which I wanted and did not get. And then you got Big Bronson Reed, in which... Did you get a point? No, I had him. So, didn't get a point on that one. And SmackDown got DIY, which was yours. And that was actually your first pick, was DIY. So that was crazy. And Blair Davenport went to SmackDown. Which, again, I don't care.
Yeah, no, that doesn't do anything.
It was not big. It was an NXT poll, but it wasn't in my opinion, it was not a big one. And then things happened. After that, Titus O'Neil went to SmackDown. Giovanni Vinci went to SmackDown. And Michin and her tag team partner. Let me see. Her tag team partner went to SmackDown. I believe. Let me see. What is her name? Tegan Knox. That's not her tag team partner. Don't know who that is actually. I don't know why I said that. But that was something. And then let's see, going off of that as well. Other things that happened was Raw picked up. Let me pull up the Raw roster because I don't know these people. Natalia picked up Natalia. Picked up Kaden Carter and Katana Chance, which is a tag team. You guys picked up Odyssey Jones, who, might I say, Odyssey Jones is a legend to me at this point. And I say legend not as in they are legendary in skill. I say legend as in we haven't fucking seen him. He went from draft to draft without ever being on or in a ring. He hadn't been on TV.
And they released people who were on. Yeah.
Oh, we will get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He went from draft to draft without ever getting touched. And then you guys also picked up Dijak and the Creed brothers. Dijak, yeah. Picked up Dijak, which is insane. Love that for him. I wish that they had gotten Joe Gacy, but they didn't. The Creed brothers and Ivy Nile. And then you got New Catch Republic. So that was cool. Now, that totaled to you getting 20 points. And you also got an amazing team. And you are now going to be the proud owner of a 2011 edition Lugia. Fuck
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I won fair and square.
You did. And I can't complain.
Yep, I definitely didn't email WWE and say I need to get 20 points on this game.
You know, fair enough. I can't believe it. I really can't.
Really that hard to believe I won it?
You know, fair enough. You know, fair.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll get into why I definitely lost because of WWE. WWE fucked me. I'll say it. But I'll get into it later. Let's do some minor news. You know, some that's not nearly as important. For one, I saw an interview with Dustin Rhodes where they talked about how he was actually the original American Nightmare.
Did you not know that?
I did not. Yeah.
Yep. In his Independence Day, days when he first got released by WWE.
Yeah.
He was the American Nightmare.
Huh. That's really cool. You know, I think that's actually really fucking awesome. Shouts out Dustin. You know, he's the only one that's able to say "fuck you" The Rock without getting slapped up. But no. What do you think about your team? What do you think about Raw? Do you think that they're?
I think they're going to be doing perfect. You know, they're not going to struggle too much. It definitely got more interesting.
Yeah.
Raw was getting pretty dry there. They didn't have a good roster.
Yeah, I can see it. They have a new.
Well, they had a good roster, but they had 2 storylines going on the whole roster.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now you got Judgment Day versus LWO possibilities.
Yeah.
But moreover, you have a champion on your team. You have Akira Tozawa. And someone on TikTok did the math for me. Shouts out TikTok. You know, best source of information. Totally does not lie to you. Never. Tozawa apparently only needs to hold the Universal title for 1,317 more days to beat Roman Reigns.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that he can do it. I mean, have you seen his moves?
So.
Have you seen his moves?
Yeah.
I've seen him. He's got skills.
He does.
Yeah.
And skills to pay the bills at that.
Skills pay the bills. and I did some more, digging around. Apparently, Undertaker. I listened to his podcast, and he said that SmackDown and Hall of Fame, the combo piece that they're doing nowadays, with the Hall of Fame being the same day as SmackDown, he says it's too fucking long. Like,
Really?
yeah, he thinks that they need to split them up. It does not need to be the same fucking day. He says it's too long and too drawn out, and if they split it up a little bit better, they'd probably get better, I guess, holding viewership. Because I personally thought it was, it was good, but now I see where he's coming from though, because the Hall of Fame is a PLE, but you got people on Peacock watching the PLE, and you can't that they're not going to watch SmackDown because it's a live show. So I mean, if they did something else, I guess it could work better. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's up to him. And apparently on a different episode that I didn't watch, I got this off of Instagram. Undertaker apparently spoiled where the next WrestleMania is going to be. Apparently, it's like already set for Las Vegas. So, I don't know if they'll change that now, or if that's like them just saying, "Oh yeah, there you go. You can tell people. I don't care."
Yeah.
I'm pretty hyped though.
I don't think it's officially confirmed, but it was.
He said it. Undertaker said so.
Nice.
When has he lied?
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. And then as I was scrolling through TikTok, because I at this point my TikTok is only wrestling. It's wrestling, and it's like some funny videos sprinkled in to keep my attention. I watched a video. There's this there's this podcast. I can't remember the name of the podcast, or I'd shout them out. I really would. They were talking with someone that I guess works in the back of WWE or something. They were talking about. You remember the scene on WWE where Dom throws the water at his sister? Like he's his sister and his mom are ringside.
Yeah.
I think this is WrestleMania 39.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. That wasn't scripted. He took his sister's water cup, threw it in her face, and her charging after him was just her being pissed off. Because it was not scripted at all. That moment was entirely his thought process. Yeah. So, shouts out Dom. That got me, hyped more for him. Like, I also am a brother, and I find it hilarious doing shit like that to my sister. I'm not out here chucking water at her all the time, but fucking with her in ways that just entirely piss her off. Like she is not laughing. That brings me joy. So, shouts out him. And then, scrolling through Instagram, I found out Matt Hardy is a free agent now. He can go wherever he wants. I think he has no intentions of leaving AEW right now, and like exploring indie circuits or anything like that. But we could see Matt on WWE. It's not impossible because he's free. So, do you think that he'd come back for like some Bray Wyatt shit?
Maybe.
Bring back what was his name? Was it the Oracle or?
I'm not sure.
Something like that.
I'm not sure, but he would play one of the Bray Wyatt characters very well.
Yeah. And then, but outside of that, I have a game for you already.
Ooh.
I
Before we get into the game,
absolutely.
Kofi Kingston shared the WWE Ninja Turtles stuff, and he's one of the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, I was hearing
Yeah,
about that, and I was thinking about getting at least one,
yeah.
just to say I have one.
He said this is a top 5 career highlight, and I was just like,
Absolutely.
I was thinking about quote tweeting it or commenting it and saying, "Is your number one career highlight getting bodied by Brock Lesnar?"
Mm,
Mm,
maybe. Maybe.
maybe.
I do you think that he puts that above Kofi Mania? I mean, let's be honest. His Ninja Turtle, I would
It's
say, is
pretty.
cooler than Kofi Mania.
Kofi Mania was hype,
It was.
but I don't know, man. I want to comment something like that. I'm not sure though.
Hey, the
Would it be
Twitter's all
rude?
yours. No, it's like he's gonna see it.
He only has 80 comments on it, and it's been a day ago.
I think you should. I think you should. You know, I think it'd be funny. It'd definitely be funny. But while you write that up, let's play this game. All right. I got a list of things, animated films that wrestlers have been involved with. Animated film and television, I'll say, as a general sense. That wrestlers have been involved with, and you have to tell me if they did or did not do it, or rather, we'll go with if it's true or false. Okay. Let's see if you. Let's see if you can tell. All right. How about that?
Okay.
All right. First one, we got Cody Rhodes as Cody Rhodes in Captain Laserhawk. Do you think that actually happened?
Yes.
It did.
True. Yep, I knew Cody Rhodes was in a movie as Cody Rhodes.
He was in Captain Laserhawk, and he died the same episode because his head blew up.
Beautiful.
Yep. Everyone should go check out Captain Laserhawk, a Blood Dragon remix. It's on Netflix, I believe. But it could be on Prime. I can't really tell. Both the animation studios are equally similar. Next, we've got... Let's see, which one should I do next? Next, we have... let's see. Scroll. Rey Mysterio in... let's see, what is that? Beverly Hills Chihuahua. Did that happen?
I gotta say, yeah.
It did not.
Really?
Really?
That seems like something he would do.
It does, doesn't it? That's
it
why
really
I had to
does.
Do it. That's why I had to do it.
Heck yeah. Good job.
Next, we have... I think this one will stump you. Did or did not Dwayne play a character named Maui in a movie called Moana?
Yeah.
It did happen. That's correct.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins.
Freaking Rollins.
Did he or did he not play a dog named Norm in a movie called Trouble?
I'll say no.
He did.
Really?
He played a dog named Norm that was in a SWAT... he was a SWAT dog. He was in a SWAT uniform during his days back when he was, with Roman and Dean Ambrose. And it was in a movie called Trouble, which I believe is on Prime. Yeah. Next one. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not doing too hot at this. I don't watch movies, so.
You got two right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One was a gift. One was a throwaway.
Yeah. Next is the undefeated champion himself, Snoop Dogg, as Snoop in the movie Trouble.
Probably, yeah.
Correct. He was also in that movie, and he played a dog named Snoop Dogg, and it was a Doberman Pinscher. Or just a Doberman, not a Pinscher. Yeah. Next, and this one, if you don't get this one right, I don't think you're a real fan of both. All right.
Okay.
Bray Wyatt played a prison guard in the Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie, the animated one.
Oh, the animated one?
Uh-huh.
I have no idea. I'm gonna say yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
He played the prison guard.
I remember
in
seeing
Diary
something
of a Wimpy
about
Kid
that.
movie.
Because why else would I know about Diary of the Wimpy Kid animated?
I mean, because you're the Wimpy Kid. You're the Wimpy Kid in the Diary.
Fuck you.
You're Greg Heffley. All right. Next, we've got Becky Lynch as Axe Hammer in the movie Rumble.
Ooh. I'm gonna say no.
That's incorrect.
Wow.
Yeah. She was Axe Hammer in the movie Rumble.
The more you know.
Yeah. And next we've got Roman Reigns, our tribal chief. Acknowledge him for a second. All right.
All right.
He was Ramarilla in Rumble. True or false?
I'm gonna go false. I haven't heard of any of these movies.
It's true. He was Ramarilla.
Wow.
Yeah.
I suck at this game.
To be fair, you don't watch animated movies.
I don't watch any movies.
Next, we've got John Cena as Ferdinand the Bull in Ferdinand the movie.
Ferdinand. I'm gonna say yeah. John Cena's played in a lot of movies.
Correct. He played a bull in the middle of Spain, and he was one of those, bulls that they do the ole, ole, the bull, matador bull, whatever. All right, next we've got your favorite buddy in the whole wide wrestling world, MJF.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. True or false? He was Killer Croc in the Justice League movie where they crossed over with the anime Ruby.
I'm gonna say true.
That's correct.
Yeah, he seems like he'd be good for that role.
He wasn't. I didn't like his voice, personally, for that. Because it was literally just his normal speaking voice, but he talked low like this.
Damn.
And it was kind of fun.
Never mind.
Yeah. Next we've got Hulk Hogan. True or false? He played the lawnmower advertising channel in the movie Romeo and Juliet.
I haven't seen that movie. I couldn't tell you. I'm gonna go false.
That's true.
Damn.
Uh-huh. Next, we've got his counterpart, Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did he, true or false, play a driver for the main enemy, the main villain, big bad guy, in the movie Bolt?
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
That's true.
Yeah. Last one. Last one.
Okay.
Big E. Big meaty man slapping meat. But in a children's movie. Did he or did he not play a tour guide robot in the movie Bridges?
Yes, he did.
He did indeed.
Mm-hmm. That one was
Congratulations.
recent, so I saw it on Twitter.
Yeah. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right out of 12. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's passing. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh shit. I did not.
Oh shit.
I did not timestamp that one. Oh well.
Ah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ray.
Oh, it is what it is. Yeah. On to more news. You know, people can just scroll.
Let's talk about Kenny Omega.
Yes.
Yes.
I only recently heard about this. You told me today. But I guess
Yes,
this
sir.
has been something that happened, and I will defer to you for the information.
Okay, I'm pulling it up real quick so I can tell you the right disease.
All right. I did hear though. He was in the ring, and he said that he will be coming back, but it's after everything's fixed.
Yeah.
Now I don't know what
I
disease
don't know
it is.
how to fucking pronounce that.
Spell it out for me.
Divrticiulitis.
Okay, slow down.
D
D-I-V.
E.
D-I-V-E?
Yep.
Okay.
R
Uh-huh.
T
Uh-huh.
I
Uh-huh.
C
Uh-huh.
U.
Diverticulitis.
Diverticulitis. Okay. That's how you pronounce it. All right. Anyways, Kenny Omega has that
Diverticulitis.
God.
It is a tear.
It's a
Yeah.
and it can be very lethal,
It's
very
a tear
very bad
in the colon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so if he takes any blunt force trauma to that area of his body, so the stomach,
he could
area.
have very bad time.
Yeah, he could die right in the ring. So he was forced to temporarily retire for an illness.
It's more common after the age of 40.
They can look up the illness if they want to.
Yeah, treatment, rest, liquid, low fiber, antibiotics, hospital surgery if it's really bad. Which he's a wrestler, so probably is.
Yeah. Yeah. But I hope he gets better soon, because Kenny Omega is one of the few things AEW is doing right.
Yeah, very few. I have, following that, lighter news, I guess. Not really news, more opinion.
Oh, God.
So, we have a thing here in front of me. I have a thing here in front of me. So the New Day, as a collective, this is Big E, Xavier Woods, and Kofi Kingston, okay, versus The Shield, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns.
Okay.
During The Shield, this is during that time. New Day has a collective 48 titles. Okay. A lot of that is tag team, like a very big chunk. The Shield has 24 titles, but they're, I would say, big card titles, and New Day is very mid card titles.
Yeah.
Outside of Big E's collection, because he has held like heavyweight titles and stuff before. Who would you say is better as a three-piece team out of the two of those? Because some would say the New Day, because they're fun and they have more titles. Others would say the Shield, because they're stronger and their titles are more significant.
New Day doesn't have more titles.
New Day does. 48 titles.
There's no way.
48 titles.
What titles? And are you counting? I'm counting New Day as a whole. There's no way they have 48 titles as a
They have
whole. Kofi probably has a bunch of older titles that bring up that number, but there's no way it's 48 just from being the New Day.
it's I here I will uh,
Send me the thing.
okay, so right here I'm looking at it. We got Kofi has had a collection of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 tag team titles. He has held those.
Yeah, but that wasn't as the New Day.
Well, okay, then this is them as a whole. I will.
Okay.
I will retract the previous them only under New Day.
Yeah, because I was gonna say only under New Day. There's no way they have 48 titles.
Well, the New Day, as New Day and outside of New Day, then. Xavier has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Big E has 2, 4, 6, 8 tag team titles themselves. Big E also has an NXT title. Kofi and Xavier have NXT tag team. Big E held the 2021 Money in the Bank, and Xavier held King of the Ring in 2020.
The list of titles. I don't think the titles really matter too much. I think like it's more of who works best as a team.
Well,
I would argue the Shield. I love the New Day, but the Shield. I'm gonna go with the Shield because they were just so dominant in what they did, and they had everyone's mainstream attention. Where the New Day was a good tag team, but they didn't really they weren't bodying everyone. They were just the dominant force in the tag division.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, next on the list of news, and this is another one I'm going to defer to you about because you know them better than I do.
Okay.
Let's talk about the Will Ospreay Bryan Danielson situation. I want you to explain it for the pod, as you.
Are you talking about when Will Ospreay hit Bryan Danielson? Yeah. Okay. So in AEW Dynamite, I believe it was, you had Will Ospreay and Daniel Bryan, obviously, and Will Ospreay hit Daniel Bryan with his finisher, the 1999 or the 97, whatever it's called. Yeah, and the finisher is basically he throws a giant elbow at his opponent with all of his body weight behind it, and that's the move. And Bryan Danielson took the move wrong, clocked him in the face, hurt like a bitch because, ow, getting elbowed in the face.
Yeah.
Running at an elbow that's coming at you full speed to the face kind of hurts. I think Daniel Bryan just took the move wrong. I don't think it was any ill will, but Will Ospreay decided to retire the move afterwards.
Okay.
Because he said he didn't want it to injure any more people.
Yeah. Which, good on him.
Good on him, but I don't think he should have retired the move. I think it's a very safe move. He should still use it, but it's his decision. What do you think? Do you think he should retire it? Or do you think he should? Because you got to remember the Styles Clash, AJ Styles move.
Yeah.
Injured so many people.
That's true.
But he's still regarded as one of the best and safest people to work with.
I feel personally, I feel like I don't think he should have retired it. I don't think so either. I'm very I feel like we haven't heard Bryan. We haven't heard Bryan
Danielson.
We haven't heard Bryan Danielson speak on it. I feel like he's if and when he speaks on it, he'll say something to the extent of he didn't have to do that. Because it was just a slip. It was just a slip. There was no ill will. He was very, very fucking pissed off at himself when he did the press conference on it. You could see Will Ospreay was pissed off that he hurt Brian, and I feel like it's gonna bring them closer, as far as in-ring, rapport, and backstage rapport. So
I think there's not going to be any ill will from one side or the other. Brian Danielson was probably mad in the moment, but I think it probably blew over pretty quickly.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What's next on your news?
Well, I'll give you two options. One that won't blow over quickly, or one that I personally am excited for. You pick.
Let's go the one that won't blow over quickly.
Okay. So, Goldberg hit the news again. Yep. He hit the news again. He talked to Tony Khan of AEW a number of times in the past. And he said, according to 93.7 The Ticket, he said, this is where you're going to get the most blunt answer you're going to get from me. The product, AEW, is too cheesy. The product is too cheesy. It doesn't deserve to have whatever. And then he laughs. Now, you're really going to get me going. But if there was a comparable, viable option as a competitor that would allow me to still look myself in the mirror after I was a member of their roster, then it would be a consideration. But not a chance, according, in reference to AEW.
I think that's a little harsh on AEW.
I would say, yeah. So something I didn't know until recently is Tony Khan has a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, I mean, he's got his hands in the NFL.
That's what I didn't know until now. Yeah, is it the Panthers? Carolina Panthers?
I believe it's the Panthers,
yeah, that's a pretty big fucking NFL team. If it was like the Cleveland Browns or something, I'd say he doesn't really have that much bank. But he has his hand in the pocket of the fucking Panthers, and he kept... Everybody was so fucking happy about this. He got knocked the fuck out in the middle of AEW. He kept kayfabe and went to the NFL draft with a neck brace. That's awesome. Beautiful. That's awesome. And yeah, him calling AEW too cheesy, Goldberg is on a path, and there is someone else that's on this path of burning all the bridges with wrestling. We'll get into her later. I'm pissed on that one. But
did you hear one of the members of the Young Bucks? I forget which one. I don't really even know their names.
Mm-hmm. What about it?
He went on the Pat McAfee show and stormed off of the show.
Really?
Yeah.
Did Pat McAfee say something bad?
No. Pat McAfee was, giving his honest opinion, as Pat McAfee does.
Yeah.
And it kind of made... Okay, so the Young Buck guy was trying to take credit for his career, saying, for his time in NXT, saying, oh, yeah, I was the top dog. I did it all by myself. Had no one else's help. And Pat McAfee's like, well, actually... And it pissed off the Young Buck guy, who in turn stormed off of the Pat McAfee show.
Yeah, he toyed with the man's ego. I love Pat McAfee. I'm beefing with him because I have.
He's not going to sit there and let you tell a bullshit story on his podcast.
Right. I love Pat McAfee to death. Don't get me wrong ever on that. I love Pat McAfee. He's fucking hilarious as a ring announcer. And I love the fact that they let him do NFL drawings. Like, see, this is where the punch is. This is where it's going. Like, it sends me. But
it's beautiful.
he is just like you in the sense that he does not fucking lie either. And he will tell you, like, that's what people love about him with the NFL, is he will tell you straight up, this is where they're going wrong, all this shit. Keep in mind, Pat McAfee, one, not a good wrestler. So when he complains, not really complains, when he makes very constructive criticism about people in wrestling, you can take it, but you got to understand he didn't have that same mentality in ring. And then on top of that, when he constructively criticizes NFL teams and the players in it, keep in mind his NFL career was in the Colts, and he wasn't good at all. He was a dog shit player, but he has all the opinions of someone who knows what the fuck they're saying. So it's a lot like when you ask your single friend for dating advice. They'll tell you good things, but they don't take that same advice at all.
Yeah.
Oh man. Now, back into the news.
Back into the news.
The thing that makes
excited about.
I'll tell you what I'm excited about. They're remaking The Naked Gun. An old movie of my favorites. Naked Gun was...
Never heard of it.
You should check it out. Naked Gun is a funny fucking movie. And I love that movie. I love it. The others are not as good, but the first one's great. And they're remaking it, and it's gonna have Pamela Anderson, and it's gonna be just it's this great cast. Cody Rhodes is in it.
Oh hell
yeah! Yeah, he is making his acting career land as a WWE superstar. Previous work he has previous work, but this is the biggest thing he's done, I would say. So far, he's making his film debut alongside Pamela Anderson in upcoming Naked Gun reboot. He's gonna make a cameo appearance, and it's gonna be he's apparently, according to inside information, he may be hypnotized, which is a nod to the original. And the original's in 1998, so viewers beware. The humor of the original is very different to now.
Yeah. If you're sensitive, don't watch it.
Yeah. But the humor is also mine. If you ever decide to watch it, you'll see my humor fits. But to make things a little easier, he might actually be ending up playing himself in the film. The sources continued that he has experience being in front of a camera. Besides WWE, he was also in Arrow, which is a DC CW show, Arrow.
Yep.
But this will be a huge movie. He's also very excited to be in the film. It's really fun and funny. He's been on TV as Kurt Smaller in Warehouse 13, and he was Derek Sampson in Arrow. He addressed his new role. It may be a cameo, but the role is important, and he's lending fully to the film with this character. And
nice.
Yeah, nice. I think it's going to be really fucking good. And if it isn't, that's fine too, because most WWE stars get put in films and then the film isn't good. Moana is the only exception for Dwayne Johnson's career, in my opinion. Everything else has been utter dog shit. No, I can't say that. The game plan was good. The game plan was great. Aside from that, everything else was bad. But yeah. Next in the news,
Next in the news.
A little bit of an odd one. A little bit of an odd one.
Okay.
Vince McMahon and Tony Khan, sources revealed, they sold their shares of TNA. But then, like a day or two later, everybody said, nope, wait, they didn't. And
Well then.
I don't know what is true or not with that, because there's like it's weird. It's weird. I don't know.
Their stocks of TNA.
Yeah, there's stocks of TNA.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I mean, Tony Khan has no reason to.
No.
But Vince does. You know, just to keep himself afloat.
Imagine Vince McMahon buys a TNA.
Right? Like, if he bought TNA, he could put himself back. If he sold his shares of TNA, he could afford the court stuff. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Vince McMahon can't afford the court stuff. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, he's got money out the ass.
Yeah, he's got unlimited money.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. There's not been any updates. People were just saying, "Oh, wait, scratch that. It didn't happen." You know, until Tony Khan speaks on it, because Vince has been very mute to the public.
Yeah.
Until Tony Khan speaks on whether or not he's going to sell his shares, we won't really know. But what we do know is Kurt Angle is loving Chad Gable's run right now, and he's like comparing him to Chad to himself, and saying that Chad is doing things that he could only dream of doing. Like, nice. His career is fucking running into gold standard.
I heard he wanted to manage heel Gable.
That's also what I heard. I was going to say that. Yeah, he was talking with some news thing. I think it might have been I can't remember. I can't remember who it would have been. But he wants to manage him as a heel. He thinks it'd be really fun. And I think it'd be fucking awesome too, especially if he did a rendition of Jimmy Crack Corn for the Alpha Academy. Yeah, that'd be funny.
That'd be pretty fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but I don't know. Less funny. Darby Allin, he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
That happened.
Yeah, he got hit by a bus.
Yeah. I laugh at that.
Probably took more damage.
Yeah. Yeah, you tweeted something like that. I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It sucks that he got hit by a bus. I saw that he got hit by a bus, and I thought, dude's dead. But then he's not. He's actually not dead at all.
Nope, he just... looked like he just had a broken nose or something.
Right? Like, it looks as if he just got hit by a bus and he's like, oh, I guess I should go to the ER, I guess. Fuck. Like, he just walks away. I mean, the dude is insane. Yeah. He is insane. I think if AEW doesn't treat him a little better after he recovers, he should go to WWE.
Yeah.
He would do wonders there as, like...
He would do very well there. I don't know if he would actually get signed to WWE, though.
I don't know.
His style is very much high risk.
Yeah.
WWE seems to have been taking a step back from that sort of style.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Triple H has been very close to people that have gotten injured in ring, and he himself being one of them.
Yeah.
So I don't imagine that he's going to sign any dangerous contracts like that. But if he did go to WWE, I think we could see not a ripoff of the Hardy Brothers, but something akin to it to bring back the nostalgia. A lot like Chad Gable's doing for Kurt Angle fans like myself. It's very similar, but it's not the same.
I think they should bring back Spike Dudley and put him in a tag team with Darby Allin.
Completely agree. Bring back all the Dudleys, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. It seems like the other Dudleys are back.
You know, I think so. Yeah.
Seems like it.
Yeah. Something else that I heard is I heard this on Instagram. I didn't see this episode. Undertaker apparently wants Truth to get a variety show. He said that Truth needs a variety show. He finds him insatiable. And I don't know if a variety show, like, the way I see it is anyone that gets a show immediately loses their humor. Like, it just kind of dies. But,
yeah, because it's not organic. It's all scripted and shit.
Yeah. But something similar would be great. You know, something where, you know, or just, like, letting him roam on both shows, really. Or, like, do some shit in NXT to give it a little bit of, like, a reason to pay attention. Like, oh, Truth may come out. You know.
Like, our true celebrity dating show.
Absolutely. That could be funny. That could be funny.
Then you could keep his gimmick of saying the wrong person.
Yes.
And
absolutely. Like, or like a WWE dating show, like trying to find him a suitor, and like he picks who he thinks is like Tiffy or Maxine Dupree, or like, oh, one of these beautiful women, and then out from the other side walks Nia Jax, and he's like, oh damn.
Hyper Niven. Out comes Nia Jax.
Oh man, that'd be good. Or, you know, just they need to do more with him, but like don't kill the joke either. You know, like let him do it to his own discretion.
I think a WWE show, like a Peacock original or something, that'd be fun to watch.
Yeah. That'd be good. Yeah. Like a WWE dating show, a WWE, you know, like scripted but not fully scripted show, you know.
Or like a WWE version of Whiteout. Or Wipeout.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Or like a WWE Survivor. Who I would love to see Awesome Truth in a Survivor show. The Miz having to rely on Truth to live.
Hey, I'm just saying it has some merit to it.
It does.
You could do it.
By the end of it, R-Truth is suddenly a cannibal, you know? He just eats the Miz. Oh, man. That'd be great. But, in other news, you know, I want to personally congratulate Logan Paul on having the coolest gender reveal party I have ever fucking seen.
I did not see it.
Well, one, it's a girl.
Yeah.
So congrats to him. He's gonna be a girl dad now, and that is, from what I have heard from other dads across the globe, one of the hardest fucking things, because you are watching every man.
Correct.
Yeah. So congrats to him on that. Although having Uncle Jake, I think she's gonna be okay.
Yeah, I think Logan Paul, the first time Logan Paul's girlfriend brings a boy over, if she swings that way.
Logan Paul's daughter brings a boy over?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not girl.
If Logan, first time it happens.
Yeah.
He's just gonna treat it like a fucking business meeting.
Ooh, yeah. Just start offering them Prime.
So why do you deserve to... Yeah, sit down, have a Prime.
Have a Prime. Oh man, if he releases hard Prime.
Oh my god.
Anyway, yeah, why do you deserve my daughter?
Yeah.
What merit do you bring to the Paul family?
Yeah, what value do you have?
Are you interested in wrestling? Boxing?
Pokemon?
Do you see this Charizard? I could buy your house. I could buy you.
With this card.
With this one card. Oh man. But shout out to him for having, you know, he's a girl dad.
Congratulations.
Now. His gender reveal was he gave 2 wrestlers pink pants, blue pants, and the winner was what the girl was, what the child was. And so he had a wrestling match in his backyard that everyone had to watch for the reveal, and I think that that's funny as shit. Oh man, that it really it's funny. It's kind of cringy, but it's funny.
Very. Yeah. Oh man.
I think a simple cake cutting ceremony where the inside color is what the child is, but no, he had a whole wrestling match.
Yep.
And I think that's funny. But aside from that, let's throw in another game.
Okay, another game. Hopefully, I am good at this one.
You might be. This is more WWE trivia.
Okay.
What was Hogan and Savage's team name? A. Macho Pythons. B. Mega Powers. C. Power and Glory. D. Macho Maniacs.
I think Mega Powers.
Correct. It's Mega Powers.
Yeah.
Next question. What WrestleMania did Hogan and Savage face off at? A. WrestleMania 3. B. WrestleMania 4. C. WrestleMania 5. D. WrestleMania 6.
It's either 3 or 5. I'm going to say 5. I think.
Correct.
Yeah, because Ultimate Warrior fought Hogan at 3, I believe.
Wow. Someone's got the vintage knowledge.
I didn't know I had it.
Vintage sleeper build. Hell yeah. How many combined world titles did they win? A.
Other?
Yes. A. 6. B. 8. C. 5. D. 10.
6.
Incorrect. It's 8. They have 8
Are we counting
combined
the
world
ECW
titles.
title?
WWE world titles.
WWE world titles.
Yes.
Yeah, the Big Goldie probably counts, which Hogan did hold for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I was only counting the actual WWE championship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Forgot they held Big Goldie. Well, Hogan held Big Goldie a couple of times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Final question.
Okay.
When was the final time the two went one-on-one? A. WrestleMania 5. B. WCW Uncensored 1998. C. Nitro 1999. Or D. Halloween Havoc 1996.
I'm going to say Halloween Havoc.
I'm sorry. You almost went.
Really?
You almost went clean streak, but the answer was Nitro 1999.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. That's a shame.
Savage was wrestling that late?
Yes.
Damn.
He didn't die till 2006. So.
Fuck.
Yeah. But.
Guess I was wrong. Oh well.
Yeah. It's okay. Damn, I didn't.
Is what it is.
That one either. Fuck. I am not doing her job correctly.
You are not doing her. I mean, it's technically your job.
Well, the timestamps are her. But
yeah, she adds the timestamps.
Yeah.
I was supposed to
do this. Damn. Fuck. All right. Next piece of information. This one's a bit somber, a bit sad. I want to, let's take a moment of silence for Francis Ngannou's 18-month-old son, who passed away recently. All right.
Very sad.
Very sad.
Tragic. I can't imagine what that feeling's like.
I saw a lot of messages of people saying that implore that he talk to Mike Tyson about this, and get advice from him. But I think that it's I don't know the official cause of death, and I'm hoping that the news doesn't bug him too hard about this. But
I swear to
obviously
God,
the world wants to
TMZ,
know.
keep your fucking greedy mitts to yourself on this one.
Yeah, because I mean it's hard,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we don't know personally, but experiencing Mike Tyson going through this, experiencing all these other celebrities that we've watched over our lifetime so far, is losing children is fucking sad. When Kobe Bryant and his daughter crashed in that helicopter accident, that was intense, and the news blew up on it. Like it was big. It was big and very important. Not only because of his passing, but hers too. I mean, she was doing big things in children's basketball. Children's basketball. She was, I think she was like a preteen at that point. If I remember correctly, I haven't looked it up since then, but she was apparently because of family as well, being scouted. People wanted to see her do big things, and his son, his 18-month-old, like not even two, man. He could have gotten into combat sports like his father, or he could have just lived his life, but he didn't have a chance to do either one. So
which is very sad. I mean, very sad.
Anyway,
rest in peace.
Rest in power. Man, that sucks. And he's Francis Ngannou, he's my homeboy. So I love hearing news about him, because he's funny as shit. His trash talk with Tyson was hilarious. It was two big burly dudes saying, "Hey, good luck, man, but I'm gonna whoop your ass." Like it was cool. It was cool seeing them go back and forth. Anyway, in other news, lighter news, The Rock is apparently producing a show, another show. He's doing a Who Killed WCW for Vice TV, and apparently he's already interviewed a couple people, or the studio has.
Who Killed WCW?
Yeah, Who Killed WCW? It's a docu-series, and he's already interviewed Eric Bischoff, Kevin Nash, Bret the Hitman Hart, Booker T, Medusa, Diamond Dallas Page, Goldberg, and Vince Russo. Someone he did not interview, and who is pissed off, is the Nature Boy Ric Flair. And
why?
He wasn't interviewed. People are saying that it was because he charges too much for interviews. Others are saying that there might be a little bit of heat between Rick and Dwayne.
Right, but I mean,
I don't know.
Can't let that really affect it. You're making an actual series about it.
I mean, Dwayne let it affect his time on Fast and Furious. Him and Vin Diesel.
Yeah. True.
He's not opposed to covering fumbling the bag. But I don't know. How do you think that's going to go?
I think it'll just be I think it'll be a basic documentary where people just talk about WCW.
Talking about who killed it. People say Medusa was the reason. that switch over fucked everything up.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
I don't know either. Bret Hart's gonna blame Vince McMahon the whole time. I tell you that. I'm betting money on that one.
I believe, Bret Hart's gonna blame Vince McMahon. But who do I think killed not ECW, WCW?
Yeah, who do you think? That's a good question.
I think it was Eric Bischoff, the guy who owned the damn company. Who refused to try to get younger talent over. Would give them stupid ass gimmicks, and relied on older talent such as Hogan and Ric Flair to carry the promotion.
It was gonna overtake WWF, but it did not.
It did not.
Do you think that Eric Bischoff would have fumbled the bag with the Rhodes family? Like, do you think that if Cody Rhodes was on Eric Bischoff's production instead
Cody
of Vince's?
Rhodes would have. I don't think Stardust would have happened.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think he would have been better off.
Do you think that Eric Bischoff could have thought of a bloodline?
No.
I don't think so either.
No. Not a chance.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll find out. We'll find out. We'll hear what the wrestlers involved have to say.
Yeah. We'll see.
I think the Diamond Dallas Page interview is going to be funny. I have a feeling that he's going to say something that's going to be not necessarily intended to be funny, but is. Yeah. I find Diamond Dallas Page to be one of the hilarious old folks that just they think they're hip with it, like, because Goldberg's going to be a shitty fucking interview. I know that one. Booker T's going to be good. Kevin Nash might be a little, I don't know. I haven't heard Medusa talk ever. And then Vince Russo. I'm not quite sure I know who that is. Do you know who Vince Russo is?
I mean, he's just one of the production guys, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I think it was Eric Bischoff, personally.
Yeah. I think it was Hulk Hogan. I think he buried WCW's entire, roster, and people stopped caring fast.
I mean, signing Hogan was not a good idea for them, but I don't think he necessarily buried them. Mm-hmm. Well, he did bury a lot of their talent, yes, but I don't think he killed WCW.
I think Scott Hall was their saving grace.
Yeah. Well, yeah, obviously.
Too sweet! Anyway. Didn't do that one with me either.
Nope.
Okay. Someone brought up a good question on Instagram via, I believe it was Wrestling News CC. Should the WWE do trades all year round instead of a yearly draft?
No.
Why?
Because it would take away from the fucking stories quite a bit. People would start being like, "Oh, when's the next WWE trade? When is it? When is it?" Yeah.
Fair.
And the draft, you can make it a special event. You can't really make a trade a special event,
Yeah.
And those special, once a year events that happen on Raw and SmackDown, those are kind of what those episodes are higher viewed,
Mm-hmm.
Brings in more viewership and everything. So it'd just be a bad idea.
Okay. I can see that. Next on the docket is Eric Rowan signed with WWE. he has a WWE deal now, and you know, before I hand it over to you to talk about Bray Wyatt specifically, because I'm gonna do this all as one big clump. Um, Braun Strowman was on the Chris Van Vliet show, episode 597. For those that want to go check it out, shout out Chris Van Vliet, friend of the pod, friend of wrestling. He had Braun Strowman on, and Braun Strowman said this. He said, "I see him all the time, and there's things that remind me of him constantly. Every day there's something. I can feel him. He's still around." Talking about Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
And moreover, Chris Van Vliet posted to Instagram this fan theory of I believe it was an Uncle Howdy what are they calling it?
Wyatt 6?
Well, not the Wyatt. The Uncle Howdy flash pieces that they've been doing on SmackDown and Raw.
QR codes and stuff?
Yeah, the QR codes and stuff. It had UEDNJ51A. Now, this person on Twitter named Enforcer Chris, tweeted out, "This could be the Wyatt Six. U, Uncle Howdy. E, Eric Rowan. D, Dexter Loomis. N, Nikki Cross. J, Joe Gacy. 5 + 1 = 6. A, Alexa Bliss." What do you think? Because I personally don't know the Wyatt family.
What would Nikki Cross have to do in the Wyatt family? I mean, the Wyatt family is based on the Firefly Funhouse character. What would Nikki Cross be doing? Because Alexa Bliss, she was Bray Wyatt's like partner in crime, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense. Eric Rowan, Bray Wyatt stuff, that makes sense. I just don't know what Nikki Cross would do in it. She could be the witch, Sister Abigail witch.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really see her being good for that character.
Yeah. And we already know,
I think Tatum Paxley would do a way better job at that character. And it would build a new star.
Yeah.
But...
Now, I don't know anything about Bray Wyatt or the Bray Wyatt family or the Wyatt Six as it is.
Yeah.
I have said on the podcast before that I am not, I was not a Wyatt fan. Didn't watch during his time. So
But you missed out.
I did, and I wish that I could, turn back the clock and watch him in his prime, so that I could see, so I could see what everybody's talking about.
The evolution, the Fireflies, how that came about.
Yeah,
during the Wyatt family, the Wyatt family stuff, fucking. The Rock even acknowledged Bray Wyatt's skills and ability and said he was great. Yeah.
I'm sure I can find I'm sure I can find a YouTube video or something to help me figure it out. But as a fan of Eric Rowan, I liked the Wyatt family individually, except I didn't actually follow Bray Wyatt. But Eric Rowan, big guy, bald head, long beard. I was a fan of that in wrestling. I'm a fan of Braun Strowman, same reason. Big, bald, well, not bald anymore, but bald head, long beard, big guy. Fun.
Yeah.
Always fun for me. Big Show, huge fan of him. So I was happy to see that he got a contract signing. I want to see him come back. I think him and Braun Strowman could make an amazing and very strong tag team.
Absolutely.
Uncle Howdy you've been telling me about all that. You've been telling me about
Yep.
the Uncle Howdy stuff, and I'm excited to see.
Excited to see Bo Dallas.
Yeah.
Back in WWE ring.
Yeah. I am a fan of Dexter Lumis. I am a huge fan of Dexter Lumis. So the possibility of him being a part of the Wyatt family in some sort of way, I think works. He has been.
But I know he can talk, but like, I don't know.
He can.
I don't know.
He was on
he can talk,
Tacoma
but like,
FD.
him being part of the Wyatt Six is just like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the same reason I don't know about Nikki Cross, because who would they play? Dexter Lumis doesn't really fit the vibe of any of the characters.
Yeah. Well, I feel like there's a story to explore. If this is true, this is a fan theory. Those letters could mean something completely different. Dexter Lumis, he plays a really good silent scary character, really good at that. And from his, I watched Tacoma FD, which is on Netflix for anyone that wants to check it out. He plays a very funny character there, very comedic, and you hear his voice for the first time, and his voice is very sultry and smooth, and I think that he could be good in something like the Wyatt storyline, where it's all creepy, kind of funny, type deal. Now, the one you didn't mention, and I want to know your opinion, Joe Gacy, because we've talked about him before.
Back. He could fit some of the vibe of the Wyatt Six. He could come back and play the pig or something. Like, he fits the vibe. Yeah, I didn't have any issues with his name being on there.
Well, one thing that we talked about before was, fan theory of him being like a new Bray Wyatt. Voice crack.
Oh my god. How's puberty treating you?
Pretty fucking bad. A new Bray Wyatt. And obviously there is a very, very not cool idea there. Replacing someone who's died so quickly and very upsettingly.
Again, shouldn't be the new Bray Wyatt, but it could be a good start for him. He even has the ability to play the Fiend character,
Yeah.
If they choose to bring that character back, Joe Gacy could play that character.
Yeah. Or what about like a son of Bray Wyatt?
Maybe.
Yeah. That could be cool. I mean,
yeah. Tie him in,
Yeah.
The Fiend troubling him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, we'll see.
We'll see.
I think it'd be. I think it could be fun. Personally. But in other news, let's get into the fact that Seth Rollins re-signed with WWE. People thought he wasn't gonna. People thought he was gonna take a break. Yeah.
I was one of them.
I guess either he's just stupid as hell, like the Hardy Boys. That is a big thing for me. I think the Hardy Boys should retire. What do you think though? I mean, should he have re-signed? Do you think it's a bad idea?
Oh, I don't hate the idea.
Yeah.
He's still young enough to keep going. I mean,
but his injuries have been rough.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta remember he took like 7 years straight. No breaks. They're there every night.
Yeah.
Those injuries add up. But once those injuries are gone, he comes back, has an amazing run, maybe his final run, maybe leading up to his final run, and he leaves on his own terms. Not a big deal.
Not a big deal.
It's like what Shawn Michaels did. Shawn Michaels had a career-ending injury.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't retire.
You're right. And you're saying that Seth Rollins and Shawn Michaels, you've been comparing the two a good bit.
Seth Rollins is as good as Shawn Michaels is.
Wow, that's big coming from you, I gotta say.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's big.
I mean, the Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre match. Seth Rollins carried the match. Because Drew was pretty boring in the match, but Seth Rollins was, telling the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Seth Rollins knows how to put on a good match.
Yeah.
He puts on great matches.
You know who else put on a great match?
Who?
Ricochet.
Ricochet. He is the new Speed champion.
He knocked the fuck out of Johnny Gargano in that Speed match. I watched that one myself. Wow. Let me just say, wow. That was big. And I know Samantha Irving is going to give him a night to remember with that title.
Yeah.
She's going to say, keep the belt on.
That's actually against the WWE rules.
Really?
Yep. You can do everything with the belt besides have sex with it on.
They don't gotta know. I mean, we saw the Becky Lynch, book. They were naked behind it. Look. Seth Rollins' dick was touching that belt.
I don't think they're worried necessarily about the body parts touching it. It's the body fluids touching it.
Oh, you know that Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins fucked with the belts. You know they did.
I actually do not know.
You know. Seth Rollins, like you said, he is the new HBK. He's the 2.0. HBK fucked with the belt on.
Oh, yeah. HBK is probably the reason that rule exists.
Triple H knew from the locker room stories, and he said, new rule.
Yeah.
Oh, man. In other news, and I think this is really fucking cool. I'm excited to see if this turns into anything. John Cena and Charlotte Flair took pics in Lyon, France, ahead of Backlash. People are thinking it could be that they're going to show up and show out. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, do you think... John Cena has already shown up for Raw 1 and WrestleMania. Do you think he's going to show up for Backlash? And do you think Charlotte Flair's going to show up for Backlash?
Probably not.
Really? Really?
I think
to both? They're both not?
No. I think if there's a big return at Backlash, it'll be Bray Wyatt. Not Bray Wyatt, Bo Dallas.
If that happened, people would be scared. Because
WWE
fucking zombies.
A lot of heat.
Yeah, for having a corpse at the show.
Yeah. No, imagine WWE that faked Bray Wyatt's death.
Oh, that would be kind of fucked.
That's some Vince McMahon writing there. It'd be fun.
That's
Vince McMahon level stuff.
I mean, Vince McMahon did write in Matt Hardy's dogs dying in a burning fire into the Hardy Brothers breakup story.
Yeah.
So that would be that would be his writing. Triple H would never do that shit, I don't think.
I just think it would be fucking wild.
It would be.
It would probably be controversy, but at the same time, it'd be cool.
Yeah. All right. Another game.
All right.
Another game. I'll timestamp this one for you, Ray. Yeah.
She left, I believe, or is she back? No, she's back.
Yeah, I'll timestamp this one for you. Wow. This one's gonna be
Ray. You don't have to go through and listen to the whole thing. You can only timestamp the stamps Benny gives you.
Yeah, just timestamp the one game out of like the fucking 4 that we played.
Did you not timestamp anything else?
Beginning 000, draft ends, mixed news begins, this game.
Okay, at least there's some timestamps.
Yeah, there's some, but there's not, everything that you would need. So yeah. I helped a little bit.
You helped a little bit.
Yeah. All right. Game. Game time. Game time. Yes, yes, yes. What year did the first draft take place? A. 2001. B. 2002. C. 2003. D. 2004. Dun dun dun.
Go for it.
Incorrect. 2002.
Really?
Yeah, that was the first one.
Wow.
Yeah. Who was the first pick of night 2 of the 2023 draft? A. The Bloodline. B. Cody Rhodes. C. Rhea Bloody Ripley. Or D. Charlotte Flair.
Cody Rhodes.
Incorrect again. The answer was Rhea Ripley.
Really? Good job, Rhea.
Good job, Rhea. Who was the first ever draft pick in WWE history? A. The Rock. B. The Undertaker. C. Perk Angle. D. NWO.
It would have been 2002, you said.
Yes.
I'm going to go with The Undertaker.
Wrong again. The answer's The Rock.
Rock was wrestling in 2002?
Yes. Yes, he was.
Wow. I thought he was retired at that point.
You were wrong.
He didn't have a very long WWE career.
He did not. No. People forget that. He was a very big flash in the pan, but that's it.
Yeah, I thought it was like 98 to 2001. Like, I thought that was his entire career.
Yeah.
No, the more you know.
Well, he's back now as the final boss, but also people think that he's done as the final boss now, too. Like, it was a very short-lived story. All right. Which year were the New Day split apart from the draft? A. 2019. B. 2020. C. 2021. D. 2022.
2020.
Correct. Good job.
Yeah, I just, like, COVID fucked it up.
Yeah. All right. That concludes the game. Timestamp 2:07.
2:07.
Wow. That didn't take very long.
Wow.
There you go, Ray.
There you go.
I got one game.
She left again.
Wow. I can't even get like a good boy or anything about that. That's
no.
That sucks.
That's another write up by HR, buddy.
Man, fuck. You know what? That's a good transition. Benny's Bitchin' Barstool is back. That's a lot of bees.
All right.
That's a lot of bees.
Okay.
All right.
Benny, what do you got to bitch about?
Drew Gulak got fucked over. And that's another thing I want to talk about, is in the WWE draft, which I have, let's see, tier list. Here we go. Let's see. Does it still have all my things? It does. Okay. First of all, Tyler Bearhill was released, and I never even got to see him. And then some other people, and Boa, which he really didn't get much attention either. But Drew Gulak was released. And here's why. Because of that bitch Ronda Rousey. I am pissed off. I'm so tired of her shit being involved in the WWE universe. Like, why does she have to be there at all? You know, why do people have to acknowledge what she says? Because no one fucking likes her. I have a message here from Jimmy Smith on Unlocking the Cage with Jimmy Smith. He said, Rhonda, if you are listening, the people behind the scenes, camera people, audio people, the people you can push around and the people you can bully, and the people you can talk down to, can't stand your fucking ass. Everybody behind the scenes that had to put a mic on Ronda Rousey couldn't stand her. They said she was a bitch to us the moment that she sat down to the moment she got up. She's mean to us and we can't stand her. They were cheering when she got knocked out. And I can't agree more. I am so fucking tired of her and the dumbass shit that she says. She went on record and said that Drew Gulak sexually assaulted her, and that she felt very uncomfortable because she was he was grabbing her sweatpants strings and being like really weird and creepy with her, and then he immediately, without any hesitation, said, "No, you're remembering it wrong. I went out to shake your hand. Excuse me. I went out to shake your hand, and your hand moved, and I accidentally touched your drawstring for your sweatpants." And I said, "Oh, sorry about that." And he said that without any
Seems
hesitation.
a little fishy. I don't know.
The Drew Gulak thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know backstage, but I'm inclined to believe Ronda Rousey on this one.
Really?
Yeah. It's mainly because sexual assault's not something you really play around with.
Okay.
If she said, "Oh, Drew Gulak, whatever his name was just a douchebag backstage, and she didn't like him for that," like, okay, whatever, she could be lying about that, but sexual assault's just not really something you play around with.
I swear to you, I personally believe him wholeheartedly on this one. I think that she...
You think so?
Here, I got, here's the report from Cage Side Seats, which they're pretty credible as far as wrestling and MMA stuff.
I'm getting my facts based off the known Ronda Rousey history, like from UFC to everything. She's never once said any shit like this about anyone she's worked with.
Well, she dogged the fuck out of the WWE as a collective for everything that Vince McMahon did. She was shooting shots at everyone. She didn't care. In an interview with News Nation earlier this week, Ronda Rousey, this is from April 3rd, 2024, just to make it clear.
A while ago.
In an interview with News Nation earlier this week, Ronda Rousey told a story that she was emblematic of a culture that normalized inappropriate behavior at WWE. It involved NXT roster member Drew Gulak grabbing the string on her sweatpants while she was standing in a hallway backstage at a WWE show. Per Ronda Rousey, she confronted Gulak later, and he backpedaled and thanked her for bringing it to his attention. Today, which is April 3rd, again, this is from April 3rd, he posted a response to Ronda Rousey's story on Twitter, also known as X. Gulak specifies when the incident took place, and he explains what happened from his perspective. He tweets out, "Backstage at WWE at a WWE event in 2022, I saw Ronda talking with a group in the hallway. I stopped to say hi and shake all their hands, and in an attempt to shake her hand, I accidentally touched her drawstring. Complete accident, and one that I apologized to her for the mishap."
Yeah.
And WWE didn't comment on the matter, but it took till now, which, it's, May, so not that long. They decided during, the draft week that they're going to let him go, and that they are making him one of the victims. Well, not... Victim is a bad word for this. They're making him one of the warning signs for their new and very strong no-nonsense policy on sexual assault and misbehavior in the workplace towards female staff and wrestling. Because of the Vince McMahon situation, which good. I'm glad that they're taking a stronger stand now, and they're saying, "Hey, you're gone. Sorry."
Hey, you can't do that shit.
Yeah, but his explanation, he could have said a lot of things. His explanation is he was shaking all their hands, and in just a matter of, "Oh, sorry there," tried to shake her hand and touched her drawstring. He didn't grab the drawstring. You know,
I think
his
I don't
recounting
know.
sounds sensible.
Yeah, but I've been in situations where you accidentally do something like that, and it never becomes anything. You know,
Yeah.
like from personal experience, it never becomes anything. It's just a laugh and a ha ha, and then that's it.
I don't think that Ronda Rousey is that kind of person. I think that she's just a colossal bitch. That's my personal opinion on it, though.
I think she definitely has some beef with WWE.
Yeah,
like that we can argue that.
And you know, it's weird because on top of that, you know, and this is, you know, lesser, you know, it's not really as, you know, related to this, but you know, she made comments. Let's see, Ronda Rousey, Logan Paul. She said something akin to like, she was slamming WWE for giving Logan Paul special treatment in his matches, and see what was her specific point. Speaking with
handed shit.
Speaking with Steve-O on Steve-O's Wild Ride. Rousey agreed with Steve-O that Logan is a great performer, but she wishes that she was afforded the same time to rehearse that he's been given. It's not evenly spread. He's their next big star, you know? They're rolling out the red carpet. It goes to show that if you give the people the time to rehearse and the resources, you can do amazing things. It's frustrating that everybody doesn't get that treatment. And then she explained that her first match was incredible because she had like 6 weeks to prepare and it was an instant classic, which it's not, by the way. No one gives a shit about her matches. But
it was a good match. It was pretty hype, but
it wasn't that good. But after
it wasn't an instant classic.
No. That it's no HBK versus, you know, Ric Flair. It's not.
Absolutely, you're catching on.
I just know that that's your favorite match.
By far.
But after that,
you've watched that match, right?
Yes. Yeah. And you have a good point.
And it should be your favorite too.
No. I am a Triple H guy, not an HBK guy.
So Triple H versus Undertaker.
That's
you like that match?
That's a good one.
It's a pretty decent match. What's your favorite match then? My favorite Triple H match is him versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania.
I mean, that's all right too.
Where he beat Brock Lesnar.
I don't really have favorite matches like you do, but I mean, I guess I like his beefs better, personally.
Yeah.
I think that his.
You seem like you're a big DX kind of guy. So.
Not really. No.
Really?
You'd be surprised. I like Triple H's story. Like, he went from this, you know, gleaming, you know, preppy boy.
Yeah.
To you know,
next big thing.
You know.
Yeah.
But him versus The Rock, you know, their whole beef was great to me.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Him and Daniel Bryan was a big one. You know. I mean, aside from that, the only other thing I can think of is he did something with Mick Foley, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now back to the Ronda Rousey stuff, though. He, you know, thought it was an instant classic, but after she never got the same opportunity. Why isn't this the model? She asked. They're doing that with Logan Paul, and he's having these fantastic performances. Look what you guys can do when you put organization and effort into things. It blows my mind that this billion-dollar company is succeeding despite itself in so many ways. Like, just fully bullying WWE for that. And The news comes after Ronda has been promoting her book, Our Fight, which delves into her fall from the top in MMA to her time competing in WWE. And Ronda Rousey, she says, "I know that I'm the greatest fighter that has ever lived." During another recent interview, she said that, claiming she went into her infamous match against Holly Holm already concussed by slipping down some stairs. And Logan speaked on that during his podcast with BS with Jake Paul. He said, "I don't think that she's a hater. I think she might be unhappy with how her run in the WWE went, but I don't know anything really about that. All I know is how I work in the facilities and time that I've been given to make my matches as best as possible, because I think the WWE recognizes that when I put on a good match, which will happen every single time I perform, the outcome and the reaction of the fans is immense. I think I've proven my value both in and out of the ring, on the mic, and wrestling." And I couldn't agree more. And I don't like to dick ride Logan. He's not my guy.
I agree with his statement. I mean, when he first started, he was part-timer. So yeah, he had more time to practice, perform. He's also a, millionaire already. So he has access to resources that people normally don't. It's how life works.
Yeah, and she went from MMA, where they didn't even get the bag 90% of the time. Dana White, fuck you.
She was one of the highest paid people.
Yeah.
The UFC though, but that's still not saying too much.
Exactly. You can't go from this to this and say, oh well, he's better than me only because he had time to prepare. It's like, no, bitch, no one fucking liked you. You were a dog shit wrestler, and you acted like you were the best thing since sliced bread all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Just stop. Just fucking stop. That's all you have to do.
I'm split on that. I'm split on her when it comes to what she's been saying online.
Yeah.
I believe her about the sexual assault stuff, because she doesn't seem like the type of person that would fake something like that.
I don't know. I think Drew Gulak is getting the short end of the stick here, and
but you gotta remember, those accusations came out months ago, right?
Yeah.
So they probably did their own research process and came to that conclusion to release him or fire him. They didn't just these accusations are out, fire him now. They probably followed up, did research, saw it was true or whatever, and then fired him, as their policy states.
Yeah,
I hope it's not true, because that's fucked up. But at the same time, if it is true, they handled it correctly.
If it is true, then fuck him. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna bandwagon him.
I'm not gonna sit here and blame Ronda Rousey and say she's lying about it, because that's a serious accusation.
Well, right. I like to stay innocent till proven guilty, the best I can.
Yeah.
And
but that's where I like to stay too.
Yeah.
But it seems like he was proven guilty with the amount of time between the accusations and being released.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that the research, the personal investigation, is the reason. Yeah, the private investigation is the reason. But if it isn't, and they are, dropping him without really ever looking into it, then I feel like that's a really bad direction for WWE to go.
If they released him the day the accusations were out, I would be like, okay, that's fucked up. But it was like a few months ago when these accusations came out.
Yeah.
And then he gets released recently. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
It makes it seem more legit.
I don't know. I guess maybe I'm just a little peeved. I wanted to see Drew
Yeah,
Gulak
I mean,
on the main roster.
yeah, a lot of people did, but at
Yeah.
the same time, shit happens.
Yeah.
Can't do anything about it.
Shit happens.
Shit happens, you know. You shouldn't have touched those drawstrings.
You know. Just don't touch people. You know, just don't shake hands or nothing.
I mean, sometimes I don't.
Yeah, it's true.
I've literally
personal
yeah.
witness.
You've seen me do it. I'll be like, nope, I'm not gonna shake your hand.
Yeah, I don't
like,
know you well
nothing
enough.
against you personally. I just don't know you, so I'm not gonna touch you.
Yeah, yeah. It's not necessarily germophobic, just peoplephobic.
I'm pretty sure it has to do with my tism.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, because sometimes when I touch people, it feels like I'm just touching a shard of glass.
Oh, that doesn't sound fun.
Sometimes I'm just like, yep, no, I don't want to touch you.
Oh man. All right. Another piece of news. Then we'll get into we'll get into the Backlash vote and bet.
Okay.
And we'll do a last quiz.
Do a timestamp.
Oh, right. I'll do that for the. Do I want to do that for this game? Yeah, I'll do it for the game. I'll do it for the game. Okay. Sorry,
Okay.
I'm trying to do. Okay. Yeah. 26. Game. Again. Okay. I am on top of things, kind of, not really. I'm gonna give you 3 options.
It's progress.
Okay,
Here's what are my options?
This is thanks to Wrestling Republic. This is a game that they came up with, and I like it.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you 3 options. 3 contracts sit in front of you. SmackDown, Raw, NXT.
Okay.
You have the option to sign one of them, and I want to see where you land. And I want you to give me not a detailed reason, but a good reason why you chose
a good reason. Yeah, I have to have a reason to choose.
Yeah. Your Raw contract is this: you get 12 months on it, and then a discussion of continuation. All of these with a discussion of continuation. 12 month length, $500,000 salary. You have an upper mid card role. Your mentor is Triple H.
Did you say 5,000?
500,000.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn.
$500,000
contract for the start. Shit.
Yeah. Upper mid carder is your role. So, pretty good match. Not the main guy though.
Yeah.
You're still not that guy. Pal.
Like a LA Knight area.
Yeah. AJ Styles spot.
Yeah.
Triple H is your mentor. And your bonus is you get showcased every week for TV. You are always on the TV show.
You're gonna be making more than $500,000 then, that's for sure.
So you
get paid. That's WWE pay scale is like, you get paid extra for being on TV and everything. That number on your contract is just the base number. So if you're injured, you're making the equivalent of $500,000 a year.
Yeah. So that's your first option.
Well.
Okay. SmackDown. That's your second contract option. 12 months again, with a continuation possibility. Your $750,000 salary. So we're going up. But your role is your low mid card.
Okay.
So your Shinsuke Nakamura's, your R-Truth, unfortunately still. Miz.
Yeah, well, Miz is not.
Miz,
no, Miz.
He's not mid card. He's flat mid card or upper mid card. But your Shinsuke.
You could put Miz in the main event and it not feel out of place.
Yeah, but your Shinsuke, your Solo, your
okay. Not a bad deal. Not a bad deal.
Yeah.
Not slotted for TV time every week, but
I'd say DIY is also low mid card, right?
Yeah, they were, but
Were.
they're champions now.
Yeah. Well, they're not champions. They don't have a title.
Oh yeah, they're not. Yeah, no, they are.
Yeah. But your mentor is Stephanie McMahon. Okay.
Okay, she could give me some good fashion advice and to improve my image.
Yeah.
She's been known to do that with wrestlers.
But your bonus is a guaranteed match at WrestleMania.
Ooh.
You're not on TV all the time.
Yeah.
But you are on TV for the most important part.
Yeah. Okay.
Your last contract. 2 years. 2 years long. That's the longest one so far. It's double. Your salary though is lower at $250,000.
It's NXT. Makes sense.
Yeah. You're a main eventer. Okay.
Okay.
Your mentor is HBK himself. And your bonus is a year-long run with the NXT Championship. So you get the belt and you keep it for 1 year of your 2-year contract.
Okay.
All right. Who are you going to sign with?
I'm going to sign with NXT.
Is it just because of HBK?
That and WWE makes money off merch sales, and being the champion for a year long, you're going to make hella bank off that. And NXT would, and working with Shawn Michaels would give you so many good skills to learn.
Yeah.
That you need to learn for the industry and improve your odds of getting up to Raw or SmackDown significantly. If he's mentoring you directly, hell yeah, I'm taking the NXT deal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, $250 is nothing to laugh at.
$250K, yeah, that's more than plenty. And NXT is in one location, so you're not traveling.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're going to they went to Las Vegas for. Are going to Las Vegas right now.
Yeah, they do a little bit of traveling like that, and the WrestleMania stuff. They do their own little WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But for the most part, they're in one place. They're not traveling around. They're doing shows all the time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you have it. That's your choice there.
What are you taking?
I decided to go with Raw. Same reason. I'm a Triple H guy, so I get to talk to Triple H.
And being your mentor, not a bad mentor.
And I'm on TV every week, so I get that little bonus too. So
and
pretty good.
On top of that, you're an upper mid carder, so your spot at WrestleMania not guaranteed, but
it's talked about.
The odds are pretty good.
Yeah. So, but that's that game.
Nice.
Let's see. Game ends 2-3-3. Game ends.
Game ends. You don't have to read it out.
I want to make sure I'm doing it. And Ray's in here, so I wanted to make sure she knows. Oh, man.
Beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. Absolutely.
Beautiful.
All right. Now we'll talk about Backlash. And I guess I'll write down that too. Because that's important. People want to know. 2, 3, 3, 3, 9 specifically. Backlash. Backlash Convo. All right. Let's talk about it. Backlash is tomorrow. Almost, first thing in the morning, right? I think for us. Let's see. That's
11 a.m.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. It's gonna be the first one I can watch while I have lunch.
I probably won't end up watching it. I mean,
why not?
I don't know. Just not really too hyped for it. I generally don't watch Backlash really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
because WrestleMania was so soon, so I like to have a little break, you know, and come back for the next one.
Okay. I mean, it's gonna be a good one from what I can see, and it's gonna have some pretty exciting fights, at least in my opinion. You know, I know that you are very, you know, biased about certain people on the card as of right now, and they unless
mainly we'll get to it, but mainly AJ.
Yeah, you seem to have
in the
some
main
pretty
event.
big, uh, you know,
I
pretty
just
pretty
don't
big opinions about
see.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just never seen him as really a main eventer. Even when he had the title, I was like,
just
just
not your cup of tea.
not my cup of tea, you know.
Yeah, I get it for
Granted,
sure.
I didn't grow up with AJ Styles, so I imagine
Wow.
the younger generation they love him, and he is good. Don't get me wrong. I just never really see him as a main eventer, you know.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's fair. You know, fair enough for sure. Uh, you know, uh, I personally think that he's not nearly as, you know, bad as you think.
I didn't say he was bad.
Well,
Don't get me wrong. I didn't say he was bad. I even said the complete opposite. He's good. He's a
yeah,
damn good wrestler.
yeah,
But I just don't see him as a main eventer personally.
fair enough, fair enough
Mm-hmm.
for sure. Uh, man, I think ooh, oh okay, we got a little bit of like breaking news type shit.
Oh, breaking news! What's going on?
Breaking news type shit. L.A. Knight
What?
has entered King of the Ring.
Oh shit!
Uh huh. Yeah,
Okay,
that's here.
that's
Let me
big.
timestamp that. 2, 3, 6, ish. Uh, L.A. Knight entered King of the Ring. That could be cool.
Yeah,
I think uh that could be big for him for sure. Um,
definitely.
do you think he'll win it though? I mean, we don't know who else is on that, you know, list now, but
I mean, it's a good chance.
yeah, I
Good
think it'd be a
chance.
good turnaround for him for sure.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, it could really bring him where he needs to be. Um, man, that's awesome. Uh, and apparently tonight on SmackDown, WWE announced that they have a big announcement tomorrow, as far as WrestleMania, at Backlash.
Yes, that's gonna be hyped.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be that it's at Las Vegas. I think that Undertaker fucked them, and they're
Yeah,
gonna be like, well, you know, truth is out there, I guess.
it'll be Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Woo.
Woo, yay! We knew it. Yeah, that's gonna be cool. Um, all right. I got the card right here. Starting up, you know, 2024 WWE Backlash. Starting, we got the undisputed WWE Championship fight: Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles. Do you think he's going to retain? Because everybody thinks so. You know, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. You think so?
yeah. It's obvious he's gonna retain.
Mm-hmm. Next, we got the World Heavyweight Championship. Well, I let me just say, I also think he's going to retain. AJ Styles.
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to get another title before he leaves. I think it's just going to be him on big cards until he leaves. Um, WWE World Heavyweight Championship: Damian Priest versus Jey Uso. What do you think there? You think
Damien's going to retain.
really?
Yeah.
I think he's going to be an interim, and it's going to be Jey.
I mean, it's a possibility.
You know,
With Rhea being injured and everything, seems like his creative direction kind of just tanked.
Yeah. I think the Judgment Day's kind of breaking apart.
Yeah. Rhea and Dom are injured. The two biggest Judgment Day members.
Yeah. It's just Damian, Finn, and JD McDonough. That's a collection. That's a little band of misfits.
Yeah. It's not great.
It's not good.
It's not great.
All right. Got our first three-way tag team, or not three, triple threat match. WWE Women's Championship. Bayley, Naomi, Tiffy time. I personally think it's going to be Tiffany Stratton. I think Tiffy time is that big already.
I don't see him winning.
Who do you think's gonna? You think Bayley's gonna retain?
Yeah.
Okay. It's gonna be kind of rough on WWE if they have all these title matches on the same day and everyone just retains.
Yeah, that's why it seems more likely that Jay would, win the title.
Yeah. Plus, Priest is 41. Did you know that?
Yeah.
That's insane.
You know what would be fucking hilarious?
What?
Jay wins the title, goes back to the Judgment Day, and is like, yeah, look, I'm the tribal chief.
Like, yeah, fuck you now. Take the title, I dare you. All right. So you think Bayley retains? I think Tiffany takes. I think it's going to be really funny, and Tiffy time's going to be big. I would like to see Naomi own the title, but Tiffy is funny as shit. I'm eating that shit up, personally. I think it's funny.
I just don't think there's enough reason to take the belt off Bayley right now.
Yeah. I mean, the crowds chant Tiffy time every kickoff.
Yeah.
But, all right, next up, we got the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. The Kabuki Warriors versus Bianca Belair and Jade. This one, I think Bianca and Jade take. For sure.
You think so?
I think so. I think the Kabuki Warriors are done. Dead in the water. What do you think? Do you think...
Probably.
Yeah.
With the way they're pushing everyone, that team, yeah. Kabuki Warriors probably going to drop their titles.
Yeah. I mean,
especially after what I saw at WrestleMania, they just got bodied completely. Like, that was some bullshit.
It was bullshit. It was big bullshit. But all right, next we got, and I think this is going to be the one that everyone's excited about. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens versus the Bloodline of Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. What do you think? I think Kevin Owens and Randy Orton kick the shit out of the Bloodline. And this is the fall of the Bloodline. But what do you think?
Yeah, could be. I honestly think the Bloodline's going to retain.
Well, I mean, there's no title on the line, so there's nothing
I know.
I
meant win. My bad. I think they're going to win.
Yeah.
I'm just so used to saying the Bloodline's going to retain because Roman.
Now, earlier we talked about the tribal chief, and I said we'll get to that. Well, I'm getting to it now.
All right, let's hear it.
And we'll put this as the ending of the Backlash convo. It's 2, 4, 3, 4, 6. All right. Okay. All right. So the tribal chief. This is what I'm thinking is their idea, and I think it's not it's not one of my worst predictions. I've had some pretty nasty ones. But trust me, during this prediction, you will not hear their arms, their hands slapping together, their muscles popping, and them kissing each other, because I don't think that that's how this will go.
Oh.
Yeah. I think that this is all going to, uh, bubble up into Solo is going to try and keep the bloodline alive, and he's going to, he's going to attack people, and he's going to have Tama Tonga and maybe Zilla Fatu. He's signed, but we haven't seen him. Backlash could be his official release, his official drop, or not drop, but showing. This could be his first showing. We don't know. I think that it's going to be Kevin Owens and Randy Orton's gonna win. Solo and Tama are gonna have a promo cut where Solo's going off on Tama for not doing enough, basically turning into what Roman was, and he's getting meaner and meaner and meaner, and they're going to keep going with this idea, and they're going to keep cutting probably shorter promos on it. People are going to be like, oh, whatever, and then, it's going to all accumulate into when Roman is done with his movie, him coming back for a PLE, and he's going to step in and stop Solo from beating the shit out of someone. I don't know who. I'm thinking it'll be The Rock. I think that'll be it. Or Jay or Jimmy Uso. Which Jimmy is out with an injury, so that's why he wasn't on the draft. Another reason I lost. But I think it could be him, beating the shit out of Jay for the title. That could be a good spot. And Roman comes out and he's like, hey, the reason I've been gone is I've been out and I've been thinking, and I've been, getting in touch with my roots, and I went back home, and they're gonna show like maybe a promo video or something of Roman getting in touch with nature and sitting down with one of the surviving actual tribal chiefs, and he's gonna be like, hey, this ain't it. And then Solo's gonna be like, no, fuck you, tries to hit him. Roman beats the shit out of him and says, hey, come with me. And he carries him out, and Tama Tonga is like, well, shit, I don't know what I'm doing now, and walks off, runs off possibly at the sight of Roman. That could be fun. And they have this whole like reconciling, and Roman turns face in a creative and effective way, and this could turn into like Solo didn't really take the advice, and he tries to make like a different bloodline, or it could be like something akin to that, something where like Roman has to be that guiding light for X person, or it ends with Solo. Roman hits his Legends contract, status, and Solo does something else. But that's my theory, and as you can see, not as gay as normal.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know honestly. I don't know.
Man. Okay.
Don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
My brain is just hurting from all the bloodline stuff.
Yeah.
It got very confusing.
Oh.
Very fast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so Solo is current tribal chief. Okay?
Yeah.
Solo
No, Roman is.
Well, to us he is.
I acknowledge my tribal chief.
I acknowledge him too. Fuck yeah. But Solo says he's tribal chief. Solo has Tama Tonga as new Solo, new muscle man. Kevin Owens and Randy are getting attacked, frivolously by them. Kevin and Randy kick their ass at Backlash. Jay takes title off Damian. Jay goes back to Bloodline story saying, hey, I am new tribal chief. Solo starts beef with Jay. Jimmy, after recovery, possibly helps Jay. Okay?
Yeah.
They make original Bloodline a thing now. Solo and Tama, new Bloodline. Okay? This all accumulates to PLE, where Solo attacks Jay. Tama, Jimmy, outside ring attack each other. Then, boom, Roman Reigns music. Roman comes out, tries to stop Solo. Solo doesn't say okay. Roman beats shit out of Solo. And then takes Solo back in the back. Boom.
Yeah.
Done. Roman hits Legends contract status, now as big as John Cena. Okay?
Yeah. I think...
And then Solo and Tama do their own thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Thank you.
I don't think... I want Jimmy... Not Jay. Jimmy. I want Jay to get involved again.
Mm-hmm.
But I think... if they lose at Backlash, Roman's going to appear a random episode of SmackDown, unannounced, and claim that he is the real tribal chief. Mm-hmm. And while Solo's out there talking, doing Solo stuff, he's going to come out and body the fuck out of Solo to start a beef.
Could be.
Mm-hmm. And it's going to be a fight for who's the tribal chief.
Okay. I could see that.
Mm.
All right.
I don't think there's going to be that many layers to it.
We'll never know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's just based on how little Roman Reigns shows up.
Yeah. I think he's on his way into a Legends contract.
Oh, yeah.
Personally.
For sure.
Yeah. But anyway, final things. I like making bets with you on PLEs, so let's make a bet on Backlash. We already discussed who we think's gonna win.
Yep.
And we differ on some things. So
Definitely.
Let's go with winner gets winner gets to shit. What? Okay. Either I'll give you two options for what I think the spoils should be. The reward. Either winner tells loser to get a WWE merchandise piece of a wrestler that they know the loser does not like, or the loser buys the winner a piece of WWE merchandise for a wrestler that they like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how about that? Yeah.
That works for me. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Because they're always having sales, so we can both afford it.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. All right. That's a good bet. That was I better timestamp that one. That I'm gonna say that happened at 2:50 ish.
Yeah. Okay.
Bet was made, and to end it all, we'll do one last game.
Okay.
One last final game. We are at 2:54. There is not much else in the WWE news. Final game. Trivia. What was the main event at Backlash of 2003? A. Triple H versus Shawn Michaels. B. Kurt Angle versus John Cena. C. The Rock versus Goldberg. Or D. Triple H versus Booker T.
I'm going to say John Cena, Kurt Angle.
No. It was The Rock versus Goldberg.
Oh, you said 2002.
No, I said 2003.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay. It's too early for John Cena.
Yeah. A little bit.
A little bit.
Where will Backlash be this year? A. Lyon, France. B. Berlin, Germany. C. San Juan, Puerto Rico. Or D. Providence, Rhode Island.
France.
Correct. Yeah. And last question, last trivia bit is, who did The Undertaker face at Backlash 1999? A. Stone Cold Steve Austin. B. Ken Shamrock. C. The Rock. Or D. Triple H.
Triple H.
Ah, man. You were 1 in 3. The answer was Ken Shamrock.
Really?
Yeah. I was shocked at that too.
Yeah, like, that would have been my last guess.
Yeah. I found it! Yeah. CM Punk said always pounding ass.
Okay.
I knew I saved that.
Yeah. Always pounding ass.
Always pounding ass. Alright, that concludes the the one more Backlash episode and draft results episode at the same time. I am marking the end now. 2:56:40. All right. You want to sign us out?
All right. Like, subscribe, do what you do. Drink a Fat Tire. They're pretty good.
Drink a Fat
Tire. Yeah. And
tell us what you think. Tell us what you think of Backlash. You know, you'll see it probably tomorrow.
Backlash is too soon after WrestleMania. That's what I think.
Agreed. Yeah, it is pretty close.
Yeah. Anyways, do what you do. Like, subscribe. Let us know about Backlash.
Before you say bye-bye.
Your predictions.
Before you say bye-bye.
What?
Can we get an animal fact?
Sure, the Javan tiger was rediscovered in Java.
Fuck yeah! Shout out to Java tiger.
After 100 so years of being, no, it wasn't 100. It was like 50 or 60 years of being classified as extinct.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Shout out to Java tiger.
Shout out the Java tiger, man. And we are closer than you think to bringing back mammoths.
Hell yeah! All right.
Hell yeah! From Colossal Science Group. Boris Galante said he can't speak on the matter. He can't give an exact date because, you know, it's insider info. But he said they were less than a year or two away. So okay. Soon we'll have mammoths.
All right.
Wow. Like, subscribe, do what you do. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.